With Bitcoin hitting double its previous all-time high and getting rejected, and Ethereum taking a bit of a hit, what does this mean for altcoins, and is Ethereum the next Bitcoin? Hey guys, my name is Sheldon Evans, welcome back, or if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications. As you know, YouTube does often gatekeep a lot of the cryptocurrency content here on YouTube, so unless you let them know that you want to see it, you're going to miss out on this time-sensitive information. So, on my display today, you can see that I have the Bitcoin US dollar chart, and last night we got this fat, juicy rejection from the $40,000 level. Now, this was both a Fibonacci retracement level as well as a psychological level, and the reason that I say psychological level is due to the fact that it is double its previous all-time high of $20,000, which we surpassed not too long ago. And since then, Bitcoin has had a major rally all the way up to $40,000 yesterday, which was absolutely insane. And if you're a part of my Patreon, you would have noticed that 1 hour or 2 hours before that happened, I published an update letting you guys know that Bitcoin is due for a correction. Everything is in a state of euphoria, and there is probably going to be a big move either to the downside or sideways very, very soon. And simply 2 hours later, we saw that move, and I let you guys know about that. So if you aren't part of the Patreon yet, I do recommend joining so you can get this information on time. And if we go over to the Bitcoin chart, you will see that this is where we hit that $40,000 level and simply got rejected all the way back down to $35,000, $36,000, which is about a 10% move. Now, this is not a major correction that we were expecting. At this time, I do expect Bitcoin to correct 20 to 30% as it has done in the past, and we haven't seen a correction like this in a very long time. So it means that Bitcoin is due for this correction, as you would have noticed in my previous videos where I spoke about the Bitcoin greed and fear index, that we are very high on the greed side of this. Many people are talking about Bitcoin, are searching for it, are interested in it. So there's a ton of hype behind it, and it is getting overbought very, very quickly. And these corrections are due and actually very needed for a healthy move to the upside. Now, Bitcoin could continue pumping all the way to $50,000, $100,000. Who knows? I don't think anybody actually knows what the next price point is. You can't truly predict this in this absolute euphoric stage of the market. There are so many emotions in the market determining what is happening with the price. It's actually almost impossible to try and predict what is going to happen next, because in this parabolic moves, anything can happen. Bitcoin is simply in a vertical move upwards, as you can see here, simply passing high after high and breaking these records that we never thought possible. It is almost vertical right now, and it could absolutely continue going at this rate. Although if we look at what is going on right now, we see that there's a lot of media hype and media attention around Bitcoin. For example, you'll see that Pump posted on Twitter, Logan Paul and Bitcoin crossover, and Logan Paul responded. So it's very likely that we are getting mass media and mass hype attention on Bitcoin right now. And that is not really pulling in new institutional investment, but more so the retail investors that are looking for a quick profit and are quick to buy up and then dump as soon as we start seeing some sort of negative or decline in Bitcoin. They are the first ones to get out, just as they are the last ones to get in, and they usually are the ones that get wrecked the most. But we are seeing something very interesting with this. Just as I showed you on the previous chart, we did see that dump in Bitcoin of 10% last night. And that is not that much of a move, although you see that the candle simply was bought up immediately. Now, what does this mean? There is mass institutional investment in cryptocurrency and in Bitcoin right now, specifically Bitcoin. So when there is a dump or when there is some sort of a downside movement, these institutions are waiting on the sidelines to absolutely buy it up instantaneously. This is what I believe might change the way this market behaves drastically to what we've seen in the past, where these downside movements maybe don't even happen because they get bought up so very quickly. This is why I say Bitcoin could simply snap to $50,000 or $100,000 next without anybody even batting an eyelid. And with positive news simply hitting the market every single day, such as this, with the top US banking regulators, banks are authorized to use public blockchains and stablecoins. This is crazy bullish for Bitcoin. As you know, stablecoins form a very important part of the cryptocurrency ecosystem. And as you'll see here, the president of the Working Group of Financial Markets recently articulated a strong framework for ushering in an era of stablecoin-based financial infrastructure. Our letter removes any legal uncertainty about the authority of banks to connect to blockchains as validator nodes and thereby transact stablecoin payments on behalf of customers who are increasingly demanding the speed, efficiency, interoperability, and low cost associated with these products. The new interpretive letter establishes that banks can treat public chains as infrastructure similar to SWIFT, ACH, Fedwire, and stablecoins like USDC as electronic stored value. The significance of this can't be understated. Now, the old financial systems like SWIFT, like ACH, are so slow and outdated that this interoperability or connection with the blockchains is going to absolutely change the way financial markets work, and it's going to plug tons of new value into the cryptocurrency market. So with this news coming out on a daily basis of positive things happening for cryptocurrency, it's impossible to predict what the next move is or what is going to happen. And if anyone is predicting, it's simply based on their pure personal speculation and ideas. There is nothing set in stone, and there's no way to truly predict what is going to be happening in the market now because of all the emotions associated with it. Although if we look outside of Bitcoin at cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, we can get a better idea of what we're going to expect. Now, as you guys know, I did move a lot of my Bitcoin holdings into Ethereum, as I noted in a previous video, and so far that has been doing pretty well. If we look over the past 7 days, even though Bitcoin has massively gained in price and doubled its previous all-time high, yes, doubled its previous all-time high to $40,000, Ethereum has still outperformed it, Bitcoin at 34% and Ethereum at 62%. Now, why does this happen? Well, it's simple. Because Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies are much smaller in market cap than Bitcoin, it is much easier for them to make these bigger moves. So that is why I am so bullish on altcoins and Ethereum during this market, because it's not the first time that everybody is investing into cryptocurrency. We've seen this hype before. We saw this hype in 2017 when everybody heard about crypto for the first time, while mass media market attention on cryptocurrency became the main thing. Therefore, this is the second time that people are hearing about this and it is hitting the media. So people are more inclined to invest not only in Bitcoin, but venture out into other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and the altcoins out there that can provide 100x, 200x, 1000x gains. That's why I have my eyes on Ethereum as the next crypto to make the massive major moves, because it is still 20% away from its previous all-time high when Bitcoin has already doubled its previous all-time high. And as we know, Ethereum simply lags behind Bitcoin, as we'll see here from Raoul Pal on Twitter talking about Ethereum. Ethereum looks just like Bitcoin. Metcalfe's law seems to be the key price for both ETH and BTC. Now, as you can see from this chart, as the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum increases and the active addresses increase, there is a very nice relation that we can see here. As the addresses increase, the price increases as well. But there's something very interesting about this specific chart, is that Ethereum is growing faster than Bitcoin when it was at the same point, the first 1 million addresses. So during this point, you can see that Bitcoin was stagnant at this price level, but as Ethereum is getting mass hype, it is increasing in price and increasing in market cap much faster than Bitcoin. So it's likely that we might see exponential growth in Ethereum compared to Bitcoin when it first started out, because it had so much less media attention on it. So if you overlay the chart of Ethereum on Bitcoin at the current price levels, you'll see that it is almost identical, with the blue chart being Ethereum. Now, if Ethereum follows the same chart as Bitcoin as we move further, we could easily see Ethereum hitting prices that Bitcoin hit in the past in 2017, like $18,000. That could be absolutely insane. So the price structure and the price of Ethereum is exactly the same as Bitcoin. Well, very, very similar at least. So at least we can expect some sort of similar movement as we move into the future with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum might go to $20,000 this cycle, the exact same as Bitcoin the last cycle. By market cap, Ethereum will be bigger. Now, this prediction doesn't sound that outlandish right now, concerning what is happening with Bitcoin and with the mass media attention that we're getting on all cryptocurrency. If we look at Ethereum on Google, you can see that the Google searches for Ethereum hit all-time high. So if we go to the Google search trends chart, you'll see that in 2017, 2018, Ethereum topped out at 75, and right now it's projected that Ethereum is at the highest point it's ever been for Google searches. So there are more eyes on Ethereum than they ever have been before. And And the crazy thing about this is that because it's the second run, it's the second time round that people are entering this cryptocurrency market. They first heard about it in 2017, and they've had years now to prepare for this, and it's been in the back of their minds, it's been in their subconscious for all this time. Now could be the time that they actually enter. Now could be the time that they act on those decisions and that subconscious thought and purchase Ethereum and purchase cryptocurrencies that they may have thought about entering back in the previous bull run and actually get into it this time round. And while a lot of this market is based purely on emotions and retail investing, a lot of it can also come down to the base fundamentals of what this industry is. And if we look at the developments in store for Ethereum, it's going to be absolutely insane. Things that we cannot even imagine are going to happen. Right now, there is over $21 billion locked in Ethereum. This is something we haven't seen before. Thanks to the DeFi hype, there is money that is locked in Ethereum that cannot be touched. They are locked in smart contracts. They are locked in these dApps to hold the value of Ethereum up and only increase it over time. And once these institutional investments and very rich people start investing not only in Bitcoin, but looking for the next Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency that they're going to have their eyes on is Ethereum. Why? Well, it's the one that has the most hype, just as I've said before, and it is the second one after Bitcoin. It will be the next Bitcoin. Just as Bitcoin transitioned from a type of transactional cryptocurrency or speculative cryptocurrency into a store of value, I believe Ethereum might do something very similar, where it is no longer just a transactional utility type cryptocurrency, but more so a store of value, especially with the fees increasing to these astronomical levels that we're seeing right now as the ecosystem gets overloaded. Until we see something that happens in order to improve or fix these high fees, Ethereum might transition into the next store of value or the next big store of value after Bitcoin and truly become the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And that is why I'm so bullish on Ethereum, because it is so much easier for it to make these massive moves compared to Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin hits $50,000, it is only a double move to hit 100K. Right now, for Ethereum to hit 10K, it has to do a 10x, almost a 10x move in order to hit $10,000. And to hit $20,000, just as we said, it's following the same sort of pathway that Bitcoin did back in 2017. If Ethereum does the same thing this run and hits $20,000, that is a 20x move, almost a 20x move from where we are right now. Whereas Bitcoin will simply be doing a 2x. It is very likely that Ethereum could be absolutely explosive in this next bull run and easily hit $1 trillion market cap on its own. Right now, the overall cryptocurrency market cap is just over $1 trillion that we hit recently, which is fantastic, something that we've never seen before. Ethereum could absolutely do that on its own, just as Bitcoin is about to hit $1 trillion on its own as well. It wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin hits $10 to $15 trillion this bull run. Bitcoin could easily hit $500,000 per Bitcoin this bull run. And if we compare this to the previous bull run and look at what Ethereum did in the previous market, we'll see that at the peak of the bull run, Ethereum was around 9 to 12% of Bitcoin's value. So if Bitcoin hits $500,000, that could put Ethereum somewhere near the $50,000 mark. That is absolutely insane. That's almost a 50x move from here. So while I'm not holding very much Bitcoin right now, I do believe that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin by orders of magnitude. And then to look to other altcoins that are then built on top of Ethereum for those 100x, 1000x, maybe 2000x moves. And these aren't outlandish expectations. These smaller cryptocurrencies that start off at $1 million or $5 million market cap, in order for them to get to $500 million, that's a 100x move. And that is very, very possible, especially with the new tech and hype that is coming to the industry. These moves are absolutely possible. So if you guys want me to make a video on the altcoins that I love right now and that I'm investing in, then comment down below or show me some of your favorites that I'll take a look into and talk about in the next video. If you haven't yet, don't forget to check out that Patreon, and as always, hit the subscribe button and smash that like button to help the YouTube algorithm. As always, I shall see you in the next video. Cheers.